War Moose Eternal here, and guys, I got my very first run of Deep Stone Cryptid last night, and all I gotta say is Bungie has outdone themselves in making this raid. It is absolutely beautiful. The raid, the spacewalk section it's amazing. The whole raid itself it's just visually impressive. The mechanics are, sorry about that. The mechanics themselves are, they're different, they're unique, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. I was nervous most of the way through, but the team I was with, they were super cool, super chill, pretty funny as well. I got to give them that. But my very first run, I picked up a couple of things that I want to talk to you guys about. I got the Raid Exotic rocket launcher, the Eyes of Tomorrow. All right. First thing I noticed when I took a good look at this thing is, why does it have googly eyes on it? I don't understand that. But anyway, as we're taking a look here through this weapon, I was looking at some of the perks, and honestly, a lot of these perks are what I would look for in a rocket launcher, until you get to about here. That's first indication that something's not quite right. That this isn't your average rocket. And then you come down here and it's like, oh crap. Alright. I can already see this thing work with these two perks here working in conjunction with each other. This thing is going to be nasty. Alright. I also picked up this too. Now, there's another weapon here as well that I wanted. I might throw in as a bonus. This. Right? But our main focus today is this right here. The Eyes of Tomorrow. Alright. I know a couple of good spots to test this thing at already. We are going to head to the moon, stop by Sanctuary, and then we are going to go into the weekly moon mission. Now, either that or we're just going to go up to Sorrells Harbor. Because I want to be able to give this thing the best possible outcome of succeeding. And just put it through a few, field tests. Now, I want to say this now to all the teams that were competing for World's First, and to the team that got World's First, congratulations on your part. That is a hell of an accomplishment. That is something you can take with you with pride. And don't let anyone ever tell you otherwise, because that right there, just actually being in that raid is, oh my gosh, confusing. It's confusing to me because I'm not familiar with it. But once you get really good with it and really familiar with it, it seems like it's going to be a cakewalk. Now, to the rest of the teams who didn't get World's First, you still completed day one, going in completely blind, not knowing what's going on, nothing. And you managed to fight your way through that. I give you nothing but props. Alright. And to those who didn't, and to the teams who didn't get day one, or the teams that dropped out of the race, Don't see this as defeat. You went in there not knowing what's going on, not knowing what to expect, and you got to the points that you did in the raid. I don't care what anyone says. That's still a success in my book. That you actually made it to the points that you did in the raid. Even if you didn't make it past, even if you didn't, really make it. Well, if you made it to the final boss, I mean, you didn't quite get him killed. That's still an accomplishment. No matter the point you got to, that's still a victory. I would see that as a victory. Like, yeah, we made it to here. Day one. Alright. Enough rambling. Let's get some chaos happening. Alright. If I'm going to be testing a weapon or something, I usually come here so I can just re-rally every time. Alright. Get 8 rockets, so... we're going to go here. We're going to try this out. Let's see how our trusty Eyes of Tomorrow does in just some regular PvE activities. Now, I might make a separate PvP Gambit review, but I'm not much of a Gambit player. I'm just not. There's people out there who are better than me at Gambit, people out there who probably have this and are probably better at me than Gambit, but oh well. I'm doing this in my own words, in my own sense. Kind of like a simple man's review. Okay, no cutscene, blah blah blah, skip. Alright.
Attention all Guardians. Last night we detected a seismic disturbance.
Yep, sure you did. I'm about to go see if we can go rectify that problem.
The hive or onto the surface of our that is where our disturbance originated. We will investigate.
All right.
But first, we must regain a lunar foothold. For some of them, this is all too familiar.
Okay, so when you ADS and you take it out of it, it locks onto him and it keeps those targets marked. That's cool. Get out of here. Get out of here. Nuts up, do not fire behind the wall. I'm gonna do something real quick just because I need some glimmer. These are always handy. Alright. Oh, that is awesome. That is awesome. When you lock onto a target, lock onto a group of targets, the rockets kind of hover for a second, and they go in. That is so cool. See how well it's tracking it, because those targets went behind the wall. Oh, Jesus. Oh my gosh, this thing is nasty, you guys. Alright. We're gonna come up here, we're gonna reload. I'm gonna just kinda top her off a little bit. Okay. I see this thing being a potential nightmare of damage. Come up here and top off just a little bit more.
Appear to be retreating. Commander, these hives are erratic, scattered.
Alright. Now, I see this rocket here being a potential ad-clearing machine and a potential raid boss killer.
We're on it.
Now, if anyone out there remembers Gallahorn from Destiny 1, this thing is slated. People are already comparing this thing to Gallahorn. Now,
Hive are coming from that portal up ahead.
the only difference I
Let's
see
shut it
between
down.
this and Gallahorn is that the Gallahorn actually fired a volley of tracking little tracking moves. This thing fires full-on rockets. Now, the resources. Let's sort these guys out down here with this. Just a minute. Alright. So as you guys are seeing, the Eyes on All and the Adaptive Ordnance working in conjunction with each other to produce rather gratuitous explosions. Don't worry, I'll sort Mr. Knight over here. I told you I'd sort him out. He needs to chill. Group up for me. That is the only problem if you're like down below a wall or something and they lock onto a target. It's not going to end well for you. Come over here, we're going to top off again. Hey, ugly. The tracking on this thing is insane. Deal with him real quick. I am not responsible for what just happened. Alright. Goodbye. So as you can see, this thing is an ad clearing beast. Only thing is, though, the adaptive ordnance perk, it doesn't last very long. But it lasts long enough for you get a second volley off and tear through whatever is trying to get in front of you. Okay. Give me that.
The portal is down, Commander.
Good work, Guardians. Thanks to you, we'll have an LZ up and running soon. In the meantime,
Hey, what's going on?
press on towards the keep.
I'm just doing a quick live review of the Eyes of Tomorrow. If you have any comments, questions, or anything, I'll try to answer them the best I can.
I know what triggered it. Who triggered it?
But that brings up another thing. I like doing these live, so if people have any questions about the weapons, I can try to answer them.
She was headed into the keep. I don't even know if she's still.
Alright.
We'll find her. Alive.
And get 8 volleys, so that's about 48 rockets at your disposal.
Before we can gain access to the keep, we need to clear the surrounding area. Assistance is on its way.
Commander, was the Vanguard aware of the Hive's activity on the moon before the disturbance?
You know what? I'm gonna do something stupid.
We have not yet discovered the purpose
So I can have a little fun.
of Scarlet Keep.
Okay, yep. Alright, I'd probably be best option to go the normal route with this. Now, up against small ads, oh, it's great for ad clearing. No, fine. Large ads, but I'm serious about. Okay. Yep. Works like a charm. Get off me. I trust the Eyes of Tomorrow here. I think we're just gonna be able to waltz right up to it. Okay. So Berserker and this is just an evil combo. This thing is just hilariously broken. I'm the only person that could ever get a Drake stuck like that. I'm just gonna peruse around here a bit and see if I can locate some heavy ammo. Come on, me. Crap, I forgot this mission can't go back. Did all the tanks seriously despawn? And fine, we're gonna do this the old-fashioned way then. Big ugly.
Path is clear. Ready to head into the Scarlet Keep.
Better stop the bounty. Now,
Eris came to
I
me.
am going to come up with
She
a
found
rocket
evidence
launcher
of
build
something very
centered
old,
around this monstrosity.
a potential threat to humanity. Eris insisted
Now,
on going alone, just a scouting mission. And I let her. Eris is resilient. She's proven that again and again, often to her own detriment.
If anybody can take care of themselves, it's Eris Morn. Ikora, we've lost her signal.
I might take this
That's
into a
strange.
GOS run just to give it a good in-game test.
What was that?
And I'm going to be real with y'all. This shotgun here, the CQC-12, was my secondary of choice throughout most of Deepstone Crypt. Shut up. Alright, fine. Get off me.
These hive, they're not actually hive. Their energy signature is entirely unfamiliar. The source of our disturbance should be right around here. What is that? I've never seen anything like it. This must be what Eris was after.
You act like you've never seen a giant Dorito before, Ghost.
Something's wrong. I feel strange. Like someone or something is invading my light. That thing across the way. What is that?
We're about to find out, aren't we? Now, I do really need to take this into like an in-game setting and try it out up against, say, a raid boss.
There's some sort of massive energy spike here.
Come on,
It's too
you
heavy
can
for us to
do
pass
it.
through.
God, took you long enough.
Crota? But we killed him.
Whoops. But yeah, does fairly decent damage up against bosses, especially with the adaptive bonus perk active. Alright, 4 volleys. Get up here to a little bit better spot. The tracking does take a second or two to pick up, but the payoff is worth it. I really wish they hadn't have taken out, you know, hive armaments and fallen armaments. Immediately put him back in his immunity phase. That's how psychotic this gun is. Just trying to get a little bit heavy to where I can keep. Nope. Okay, so combining it with unstable essence really yields some insane results.
He's regenerating? We can't leave. We have to go now.
Guardian, come with me.
Blah, 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 blah. All right, Eris, I get you. I was having fun, Eris. God. You read my fun. Eris is like that weird space mom that's like seen some shit. All right. I need Glimmer. Alright, so before we continue any further, I've got to go down here, talk to Exo Stranger about something. And then we're going to continue on. Because I know that Rick Cactus has pointed out there is some mods that you can use. But in layman's terms with this thing, hold reticle on target. Mark 4, 5, Mark 6 targets or Mark 6 targets. Pull trigger, profit. Simple as that. Now, up against the boss. Well, here in a second we're going to go find out because the Stealing Stasis mission is replayable. Let's see something real quick.
Some days it feels like we'll never wipe out the hive. The hordes just keep coming. Other days,
A couple things to place here. That was his head. Not gonna lie, the tracking on this thing is absolutely nuts. I wish I would have had this during the Exo Challenge, because that would have made the Exo Challenge go a little bit faster. Just wipe out like an entire section by myself. Alright.
Perhaps I have an answer.
Oh, say no more. Varix, say no more. Just say no more, Varix. Alrighty.
Drifter sent instructions for infiltrating the city. He said he couldn't be on radio. Some top secret business with Eris and the stranger. He asked me to fill in for him, but he doesn't think I'll be able to sell it. He's wrong. All right. My mates say we got ether tanks all over this rooftop. The exploding kind. Use them to get those guards before they get us. Brother.
Just gonna tear through this real quick just to get off me. Just get to the section where we gotta fight the 4 brigs. As we've already concluded that Eyes of Tomorrow sorry about that. Eyes of Tomorrow is great. Terrific for ad clear.
fireworks. Let's keep moving. I can't believe he thought I couldn't do this.
In itself, standing near exploding tanks does not help. Okay. If it's not clear, this thing is an absolute ad-clearing machine. This thing is one of the most insane rockets I've ever used. With the assumptions about it being a hybrid truth Gallahorn, that part I'm still going to leave open to interpretation. Because in all fairness, both those weapons were icons in their own right.
Wielding gun.
And also, yes, this auto rifle here, the Braytech Werewolf, is one that I actually used in the Deep Stone Crypt to get this.
Too late now, I guess.
All right.
Fallen have his gun on lockdown. Max security. Stay on your toes. You don't get as old as me by being sloppy. No. Too wordy. Don't get sloppy. Better.
Come on. Pop your head up for me.
Keep one hand on your gun, kid.
I do have to comment though, Bungie has always had history of making really just over-the-top exotics. And this thing here is no different. Because often wonder to myself, what kind of crazy things were they thinking when they're coming up with some of these? And this gun, the Eyes of Tomorrow, is no exception. I will laugh that Drag would have set up all those mines. And I believe, whoop, should be good.
There's the gun. I got access codes to take down that shield. Let me do my magic, brother. One more. Keep pushing. Shields down. That's
right.
good, brother.
I'm going to clear out the smaller guys first before I go in on the brigs, because this is where I want to test it.
Tripped an alarm. We gotta hightail it out of here. Oh, I need to focus. Let's get out of here, Guardian.
God, just the initial aftershock of the explosion killed him. Alright. Clear out this room real quick, and then we are going to do a little testing on the brigs. Gave us 2 brigs here. Awesome. Oh my god! Using 2 volleys on a brig is just ridiculous. This thing is evil. This thing is if Satan designed a rocket launcher. I'm going to say this to Bungie. I'm going to say this one directly to Bungie. Gallowhorn, Truth, this monstrosity. This thing is by far one of the craziest things you guys have ever come up with. And to be quite honest, I love it. Alright. And I just hope that somebody at Bungie hears this. In the years I've played this game, the exotics I've seen and I've got to use, this is one of my top 5 favorites. You guys have always made some insane exotics, insane all-around stuff And this one here, and the Deep Stone Crypt raid, you guys have outdone yourselves, Bungie. You know, people right now might be kind of, you know, hating on you, but to be honest, Bungie, you guys have outdone yourselves in the raid department. Hey, hey, to whoever's watching, was this something completely ridiculous? Yeah, server and a couple of dregs there, right? Watch this. Where'd they go? Alright. Oh, please. Do it. No. Yeah, prime. Sweet. The tracking on this thing is superb. The damage this thing deals as you keep getting kills with volleys is just it's mind-boggling. I honestly want to see 6 of these go into a raid. This would be nuts. Or 5 of these in a divinity going into a raid. This would be insane.
Hello, old friend. Drifter said you might need a hand.
I see a potential boss 1 phaser.
My associates will arrive shortly.
And back,
There's a little
and I'm addressing this one directly to Bungie.
block up ahead.
Please do not nerf this thing. This thing is just awesome in every sense of the word. I love this thing. All right. I know people kind of chastise y'all and critique y'all about dropping the nerf hammer, but please, not this thing. I have actually found a rocket launcher I like. Alright, back to everyone else watching this. What break? Ain't gonna help you. That servitor depth, he's like, nope. Oh, I know. The only way to get this gun is from the Deep Stone Crypt, which is by far one of the best raids I've ever done. Confusing, yes. I'm gonna punch it. Worth it! Honestly, Deep Stone Crypt is one of the best raids I've ever done. One of the most beautiful raids I've ever done. You know, I'm getting real tired of this break. It's completely RNG for the drop. I know, it is my first time going through it. I was so nervous because I had a couple of really awesome people with me, and I still thank them for their time taking me through last night, and it was just amazing. Honestly, the part that still I'm still confused about, aka the whole fucking thing. The part that I'm still like questioning is Atrax 1. And it's like the whole scanner operator system. I'm still not too sure about that one. But I think once I get a few more runs in, I'll be good. Yeah, that's always a good thing. A good Sherpa is always going to be super patient with you and always going to be easy to work with, and they'll make it really easy for you to understand. Because trust me, the payoff in the end, yeah. I was so confused on Atrax 1 because they would call out like, you know, top left, top right, and it's like, oh, I was thinking I got to go up there. No, I had to stay down there on with my team, with my group to do it. Now, I think after this, I might give you guys my personal thoughts on the Lament. That Brig looked at me funny.
That thing must be controlling the shield.
Alright, now that we've got adaptive ordnance, turn on here. For the birdie. Alright, I'm gonna see if I can get the adaptive ordnance perk to proc again. Alright. Quick damage numbers here. Holy crap! On a boss level enemy, if you can proc adaptive ordnance with this thing, it is... There, I'll just let that speak for itself. Really? Thank you for telling me that. Because I'm still kind of getting used to this thing. Alright, big guy, you want to tussle? Oh, okay, so like 4 kills with 1 magazine. Alright. Let's try that. 2, 3, 4. Oh my god, it did. Thank you for that. Also, I was just kind of looking at the damage comparison. I was also just kind of looking at the damage numbers, the damage of the gun without the adaptive ordnance versus with the adaptive ordnance. But just something I was kind of looking at. You know, it's time to put this big bitch down. Yep. Thank you so much, dude.
All right, we're clear.
And I prefer to do weapon reviews like this live, just for that reason right there, so I find out new stuff.
I've heard a little of your exploits with this new power, stasis. Consider this a reminder. You have friends on the shore. Don't be a stranger.
So, overall thoughts on the Eyes of Tomorrow? I love it. This thing is absolutely obnoxious. It's
Listen.
completely ridiculous in every sense of the word.
See? Watch out, Drifter. There's a new
And
Drifter
to
in
be
town.
quite honest, this thing is just completely ridiculous, and I love it. I'm not a rocket guy myself. I'm more of a heavy machine gun. I'm more of a MG guy. But this thing is just completely just over the top, just bonkers. All right, now I'm gonna throw in a little bonus for you guys. Since you guys, witnessed my stupidity, learning how to use this gun and giving my personal thoughts on this thing, I'm gonna show you guys my favorite sword in the game. What if I told you there is a sword in Destiny 2 that is a cross between Leatherface, a really, really bad idea, Really? I'm trying to have a conversation here. See, the thing is, I'll get back up. You won't.
Guardian, eyes up. We've got a collision between the Darkness and Fallen incoming. I need you to get in the way.
Alright. Now, as I was saying before, this big angry dude over here decided to interrupt me. What if I told you there is a sword in this game right now that is a cross between Leatherface and a sword? This is the stuff of nightmares. This particular sword I have never seen a sword do this much damage in my life. And to do what this thing can do, I am just blown away by it. The Lament. Let me get to a safe spot here. Okay. Let's take a look at this thing. Alright. Jagged edge. Increased damage. A little bit of cost, a little bit of sword ammo. Not bad. Enduring guard. Alright, Tireless Blade. You actually get ammo back for actually getting powered kills with the sword. But we come over here. Revved consumption. Okay. Now, then we come down here. Banshee's Wail. As you rev the blade, this thing does more damage. Alright? And this thing shreds through barrier champions. What? An anti-barrier sword. This is the first of its kind. This is the start of a new breed. of potentially, possibly anti-barrier or anti-overload heavy weapons. I am looking for looking forward to more of these. Now, this thing is a chainsaw and a sword. Alright? Where's big guy at? Come here. That was 4 swings. Okay. Gonna do a regular normal. Just a few normal attacks down here. Alright, we're gonna jump in down here. Alright. Heavy attack is an uppercut. Not too bad. But here's where things is gonna get a little crazy. Just from the Enforcer Break alone, the damage I've already caused. Okay. As you can see, this sword is no joke. Real tired dealing with this big man. Ooh, got new Arctic Haze. Let's check this puppy out. I'm not a fan of substance. I'm really not. That's my only problem. I'm not a fan of substance. But let's see if any other perks make up for it. Unrelenting. I'm not feeling this one. Now this thing is stupid. I wasn't feeling it. I'm sorry. Alright. We're gonna go to an area to where I can actually farm up some heavy ammo. And we are going to try out the Lament as a little bonus. I'm going to go to the moon. And we're going to go up to Sorrow's Harbor in a second. Now, as I said before, Bungie is known for making completely just insane, over-the-top exotics. This thing is no different. The Lament, Heir Apparent, Gallowhorn, Truth, Eyes of Tomorrow. Those are just some of the most over-the-top exotics that I know them making. The new sniper, Cloud Strike. I don't have it yet. I'm still working on getting that one. But when I do, I will do a PvE-based review of it for you guys. Just as a little thank you to you guys, sticking around and helping me grow this channel. Now, Alright. Full ammo, you get 66 in the you get 66 for the sword. And also this is one of my favorite parts. You rev it and it sounds like a chainsaw. I gotta do something. Hang on. Get my baby back. I know what you're thinking. Why do you still have the CQC-12? This shotgun has served me well in the Deep Stone Crypt and in quite a few raids. So, we are going to go back to Altars of Sorrow, or Sorrow's Harbor, I mean. If I could speak English, I'd be great. Just saying. And we are going to actually give it a little workout. All right. Up against smaller tier ads, this thing is really great. Up against smaller ads. Come here. I'll boop you. Oh, okay. I was beginning to wonder why that wizard just dipped out. I think that wizard just saw me and was like, nope, don't want no part of that thing. Okay. I can sit here and I can catch me a nightmare or two. Actually, a really powerful and boss level enemy. Perfect. We're gonna rev the blade. Boom, 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 boom. Okay. Best attack combo to use. Light, 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 and heavy. But I mean, you see the damage this thing puts out. Alright, you see the damage this thing puts out. This thing is bonkers. That's just one heavy attack. On-rev. Rev the blade, and go crazy. Now, this is great, especially for people who love swords. I could see this being very, very nasty in an Ordeal Nightfall or an Empire Hunt where there's Overload champions and you want to... and you're more of a skilled swordsman. If you're someone who enjoys more sword-based gameplay and you're doing Empire Hunts or Nightmare Hunts even, this is your sword. This sword has you written all over it. But if you want to be able to flex and have an overload, an unstoppable weapon, and still have a good, strong damage dealing heavy, that still deals with anti-barrier. So that way you have all 3 champions covered. This is your sword. Or if you just want to have a freaking chainsaw sword thing, this is your sword. This is the sword to have. And a lot of teams now are asking people if they have the Lament for Atrax 1, from what I'm understanding. So yeah, this is the sword to get. This is by far the icon. This is... I would honestly put this up there with Raise Lighter. Hey! Come here, buddy. Now, I'm actually working on a sword-based build based around this sword. So where I can take this into something like a Nightmare Hunt or a Ordeal Nightfall and be successful with it.
Where did it go?
That's what this chest plate is for. And so overall, final opinion on the Lament, I love it. This thing is just over the top crazy. Now, a couple final things I'll leave you guys with before I depart. I know it's getting close to holiday season, so I really hope you guys have a good Thanksgiving. You know, spend some time with your family. You know, have fun. Spend some time with your family. I'll be on after the Thanksgiving festivities. If you're subscribed to me and you see me out there, just, you know, dicking around, doing whatever, shoot me a message. Say hey. Don't be afraid to. Alright? And I am going to try and get some more runs of Deepstone Crypt in for you guys. Do a live run of that for you guys, if the team is willing to let me. Because that... I want you guys to experience this. Those who don't have Beyond Light, I want you guys to be able to experience this as well. Experience the awesomeness that is Deepstone. Now, on a more personal note, like I said, it is getting close to the holiday season. So there is, so as I'm saying, sorry, it's been a week, okay? It has been a week already. It's getting close to the holiday season. Thanksgiving is literally tomorrow. I really hope that, you know, you guys are spending time with your families, you know, and, you know, thinking about your family members that are family and friends that are overseas serving our country, you know. If you can contact them, definitely do so. But I really hope you guys have a good holiday season. But I mean, yeah, I'll still be making videos. Don't worry about that. But I will try to be on as much as I can, especially after the festivities tomorrow, depending on how much I stuff myself full of turkey. Just saying. But, especially with it being close to Christmas as well, we're going to start seeing an influx of people coming into Destiny 2 for the first time. And they're not going to know what to do. They're not going to have any idea. So I kind of want to start a change here. Instead of, you know, calling them useless blueberries and, you know, chastising them and critiquing them, which, yes, I am guilty of as well sometimes. Try to be that helping hand, that guide for them, that, you know, that's someone they can look up to, because I used to be one of those blueberries that looked at everyone, their raid gear and all their raid weapons and their clears in the tower, just like, man, I want to be there. I want to be that guy. Instead of critiquing and chastising them, because they're not going to know what to do. They're not going to have any idea. they're going to be lost, confused, and generally kind of, you know, like a puppy almost. Not knowing what to do, not knowing, you know, the best way to do something or like the best gear to get. So let's try turning that image around of some of the higher power players being, because I've honestly had a couple of randoms come to me and say that some of the higher power players have been kind of mean. So let's try to turn that around. You know, try to help them out a little bit, because like I said, eventually one day they'll look back at us and be like, you know, if this person didn't give me the push I needed to be better, I wouldn't be here. I mean, no matter how frustrating it gets, no matter how tiring it gets, in the end, it will be worth it. Alright? But most of all, definitely stay safe out there with everything going on. Alright? So, this is where I'm going to leave the video. As always, y'all, like, comment, subscribe. If you found this helpful at all. If you found this kind of informative even. Or if you just had fun watching me tear stuff up with a freaking chainsaw and whatever the heck Eyes of Tomorrow is supposed to be. Because I'm not even sure yet. But anyway, guys, like, comment, subscribe, share. Even if you had fun watching. Alright, because I'm looking to grow this channel. And as always, y'all, take care of yourselves, take care of one another.